Hey guys, today on Opinions That Matter here. So today we're going to talk a little bit about pros and cons of socialism. Um, so some of the pros of socialism is, allowing people to speak, um, allowing people to use their voice, kind of how this YouTube channel is going to become eventually. Um, but there are some cons of socialism, and some of the things that socialism can cause is it can cause conflict. Using your voice can create conflict. And during the presidential elections of Biden and Trump, you've seen a lot of socialism from both sides. Obviously, everybody's fighting for what they think's right. Um, but realistically, it is to try to use their voice to control what they cannot control. Um, Typically, socialism is more in the con range than pro range, only due to the sole purpose that, we have laws and rights here in the U.S. and probably many other countries that, you know, conflict with that. Freedom of speech, for instance. Without that, we wouldn't be able to speak. It would be like North Korea. We wouldn't be able to say things that we say on a daily basis. That we would be prone to having to speak in a certain manner. That is some of the things with socialism that can cause problems in society. Um, Now, in today's society, modern day, here, we're going into 2023. We're about a month in, almost half a month in, and you can kind of already see where things are going down the line with socialism. It's kind of at its mellow state right now. There's not a whole lot of conflict other than the war. Um, we got taxes coming up. We're already hearing things on the news about what is happening. Obviously, it happens every year. It seems like with the IRS and taxes. But nonetheless, though, socialism right now is mellowed. There's nothing big in the picture, other than the Bills and that player who had some heart concerns and pretty much died on the field and was revived. Thankfully, he's okay. But socialism comes in a wave. Every day we socialize, and that is technically classified as socialism. But my opinion with this is, can socialism destroy a country? Can it bring people down? Could it create diversity? Is that what's the cause of diversity in the U.S. And probably many other parts of the world? Um, is it we don't use old ways when it comes to socialism. We don't. We're pretty much been proven that protesting for presidential elections is probably not a smart idea, especially in major parts of the U.S. Like Washington D.C. We've seen a lot of conflict happen, because people wanted to speak their voice. People wanted their voice heard. And relating to that, unfortunately, it's hard to get your voice to be heard by people. The people that matter, our president, our structure, our governments, the people that do the things that we physically cannot do. I'm not saying nobody can't be a president or a congressman, because everybody has goals and dreams, and it takes a lot of work to get there. But in my opinion, I feel as though that our government is mad at itself right now. Mainly because you got to think probably a good 60% of that, of the party of the government, they're getting in an age of retirement. Their health is becoming a big concern. We see that with our own president, unfortunately. But nonetheless, though, what can you do? Other than speak your voice and try to get your opinion out there, and try to get what you need to be achieved, what you need to utilize to achieve. If your voice isn't heard and you're shut out, then what's the point? We go to work every day. We do and love some of the things that we do every day. And regardless of anybody's type of way of life, you have to go to work and you have to speak your voice. And that's just the way life is. The world goes round, is the old saying. But without the people to speak their voice, we wouldn't get research. Things could be a little different. If socialism wasn't a key factor in our nature of human life. Now, I'm not saying go on and promote socialism. Personally, in my opinion, I think socialism is corrupt. I'm not saying that, people's voices should be shut out, because we should all have a voice. We're one nation. We're one unity. Every person that's been born on the planet Earth, we are the same in nature. But nonetheless, what can we do other than try to keep speaking? So socialism has to be in our life. But I think socialism's taken a little bit wrong, and mainly probably for younger generations, and even some older generations, because socialism just isn't what it used to be. You used to be able to go out and have fun and enjoy yourself, and then new laws became a thing, which I get it, evolution. But you used to be able to do a lot of things to socialize in your life. You didn't have technology. You didn't have YouTube. You didn't have none of that. And now that kids today, possibly on another episode, I have some opinions on kids and phones. But nonetheless, like kids today, they jumped into technology. Parents are so quick to hand them a phone and say, here you go, have fun, talk to your friends. But, that's not the way socialism was presented. It was never designed to do that. It was never designed, it's nature. Animals go out and socialize. Fish socialize, everybody socializes. But socialism has a negative downside. You got drama. You got arguments. There's disagreements. And that's all classified under socialism, regardless of its subject. But there's not much you can do. Why? Because of freedom of speech. Everybody's got the right to say whatever they want to say. Some people just disagree and some people act out. But if you take some of the key things that socialism gives us, it can create wonders. And not a lot of people like Tesla. Mainly because of the electric vehicles and the push for it, because not a lot of people can afford that. But Elon Musk did something right. He took into consideration what he was taught, used it, made goals, and pushed towards it. Without the people that were socializing with that man, who could he be? Nobody knows. You don't know until you go get it. But if people speak words of wisdom to you, you have to take it into consideration. And then I'm not saying that, somebody comes up and says, oh, yeah, you do this and you win $1 million. No. I'm saying that, somebody's going to come up and it's going to be slight keywords in a phrase that might sound familiar. But if you think real hard about it, it could really, really help you in life. It's just sometimes we perceive socialism to be the wrong thing. You know, like going to Facebook, spreading drama about Becky. No, you know, that's not what socialism's about. You know, Facebook was intended to keep your network of family and friends close to you. Well, guess what? It didn't pay enough. Now Facebook's happened to utilize other resources to make money, which unfortunately creates socialism. It allows too much freedom to be wild and do what you want. You know, unfortunately, socialism is what people are perceiving to be the key to doing whatever they please, without any consequences. You know, and that's why I think socialism itself is a negative impact on society. So it's just one of those things. You know, it's a touchy subject to talk about. It can create drama. It can create arguments. But, you know, this channel's not here for that. We're here to be able to voice your opinion. You know, I want to hear your opinion about socialism and what you think. You know, do you think it's a pro? Do you think there's too many cons? Do you think it was planted in society? You know, to create the diversity we have today? I mean, it's unknown, you know, but hearing everybody's opinions, you know, you can kind of point fingers into a direction, you know, because everybody has their own experiences in life, and everybody experiences things differently, and everybody has different thoughts and minds, and, you know, there's a lot of things going on in everybody's life. But, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, if a voice isn't heard, it's never going to be heard. I mean, you know, you can sit in a room and talk to yourself, and yeah, you know, but I want to hear about it. So please comment your opinions on socialism. I want to hear what you guys got to say, and maybe we can get a discussion going and making a couple videos on everybody's opinions, and, you know, get to know each other. So that'll be it for today. So I will see you guys later. Please like and subscribe and comment below. I want to hear them opinions.